Straight Spectrum Boxing. If I ain't said it before, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be bringing you more and more boxing, the more and more I can get on here. It's been a while. I think I haven't even made a video this year. But nonetheless, I've been following boxing. I'm talking about I've been living, eating, sleeping boxing. I watch boxing videos all day. I see all the commentary and a lot of other people's channels and everybody's perspective on different fighters. But me, myself, and I have my own special perspective on fights. And I have my own opinion. I'm not judged or swayed by anybody else's opinion. I don't follow the same beat of everybody else. I pretty much come up with everything on my own. And today we're going to be talking about my man, Errol Spence, and Kell Brook. And their upcoming fight. I've been meaning to do a video, man. I'm telling you, I think nobody wanted this fight more than me. I don't think the fighters wanted this fight more than I wanted it. I really, really, really wanted this fight because I surely did not want a vacated title for Errol Spence. And judging by that, you already know what I feel the outcome is going to be. I feel like Errol Spence is going to win the fight. I'm going to tell you how I think he's going to win the fight. Let's start with Kell Brook. Kell Brook. I really like Kell Brook. I predicted the win that he had versus Sean Porter. That was an easy prediction. Sean Porter is a head-first fighter. Comes in, and I think Kell Brook had a great game plan. He held a lot. He used the jab. I think he outboxed him, and they said it was a close decision. But I feel like, in my opinion, if I was scoring the fight, I had it for Kell Brook. Kell Brook. Since that fight, Kell Brook done nothing. He didn't challenge himself. If you want to go to the Gennady Golovkin fight, go ahead, be my guest. Go to it. You cannot give a guy credit for losing. Let me repeat that. You cannot give a guy credit for losing. I don't care. Well, I can see if it was a close decision and you felt like maybe he got screwed out of the decision. But I'm not giving a guy credit for losing by TKO. It's not happening. Oh, you get credit for taking a fight. No, if that's not your weight class, don't go to the fucking weight class. Don't chase a check. You know what I mean? And as some people say, that he sold his O. I feel like he was chasing a check. I don't think he sold his O. I don't think he went in the fight saying, hey, man, I want to go lose to Triple G. I think he thought that he can outbox him because Triple G is the same type of fighter as like Sean Porter. He's a head-first fighter. He comes in. He doesn't come behind a jab. He didn't come behind a jab in the Kell Brook and Triple G fight. He didn't come behind a jab in the Danny Jacobs fight. Pretty much, Triple G came straight head in. And in his last two fights, they say he's not being exposed. Yeah, he's being exposed. He doesn't have great boxing ability. He has great power. Great power. And I heard somebody make I think it was actually Errol Spence trainer make a Mike Tyson comparison during the press conference, and he was like, Triple G is just like Mike Tyson until he met Buster Douglas. Bruh, that's not the same type of analogy. Mike Tyson actually is to me, in my opinion, Mike Tyson is a great fighter. He's a great boxer. Very good, trained, sound, technical boxer, and that's how he was able to overcome his size and height disadvantage and beat a lot of stronger, bigger fighters because he was sound he had sound techniques. But back to Kell Brook. He probably thought that he can beat Gennady Golovkin. I thought he can beat Gennady Golovkin. But I knew coming into the fight, you have to be able to withstand that power. Gennady Golovkin broke Kell Brook's face. I don't know if I can say it any more than that. Gennady Golovkin broke Kell Brook's face. Explain that to me. You gonna give this guy credit for being in a fight where his face got broke? The dude hit him with some shit to break your. When you get your orbital bone broken, you got hit with some shit. You didn't. I don't care. Okay, giving Kell Brook credit for fighting Triple G, which a lot of people have given him credit. Kell Brook fans, I'm gonna say Kell Brook fans, gave him a lot of credit for fighting Triple G. Is a same equivalent of giving Amir Khan credit for fighting Canelo Alvarez. But he got murdered in that punch because Amir Khan was in a fight too. But that punch, I thought he was dead. I swear to God, I thought he was dead. When he got hit with that punch, Canelo hit him with a mean mother. I'm talking about, I thought that boy was dead. I'm looking at the screen like, move, bro. Like, wake him up. Somebody better wake him up. Get the ambulance. With the ambulance. Get the ambulance. You know, somebody better he needs some milk. That boy was out of there. So, back to giving credit to Kell Brook for fighting a guy who broke his fucking face. I'm not with that. I'm not giving that boy no credit for getting his face broken. Bruh, you not able to fight. He's still not able to fight until now, until May. Why? Because somebody broke his face in the last fight. And you want me to give him credit for fighting a guy who broke his face? Nah, I call it stupidity for one thing. That's the first part. It was stupidity, but it was a big payday. It was the biggest payday probably of his career. Because I know he didn't get paid as much to fight Sean Porter. I think he could have fought Amir Khan, but in any case, the fight that I wanted to happen is here. But I'm not giving him credit for a loss. At the end of the day, he lost. Now we're gonna get on Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. This fight is gonna be one-sided. I can't stress that one, enough. It's gonna be a one-sided fight. Kell Brook is gonna come into the fight. He's gonna come with a lot of energy. I think he might make it look competitive in the first few rounds, but eventually the younger, stronger fighter and just as big fighter, Errol Spence, will wear him down. And I don't think it's gonna be a long wear down. I think he's gonna be worn down by 5-6 rounds with this kid. Bruh, this guy come with some shit. You know what I mean? See, the thing of it is, the difference between fighting GGG and you fighting Errol Spence is the way that their fighting styles, their boxing ability. Triple G is gonna come in, head first. Errol Spence is coming behind a jab. He's a southpaw with a mean right hook and left hook. If you think that you're gonna be able to just jab him, God, body punches like, the body snatcher, man. They giving this guy the body snatcher, and I mean, like, that was the most impressive this early in your career, to set up so many punches by all breaking down the body. This guy is special, man. And I'm not talking about Special K. I'm talking about special Errol Spence. Like, this guy is special. Like, it's the eye test. I tell anybody, man, I judge a lot of people by the eye test. And this guy got it. Like, Errol Spence has it. It's the eye test. you see him in action. It's not. Okay. He has like opponents with several other top fighters, right? It's the way he goes about his business. Um, it's oh man, he has like this nastiness about him when he's in that ring, when he's fighting these guys. Now he's fought like way better competition than Kell Brook. Kell Brook, of course, everybody knows. Kell Brook. Well, I don't know if everybody knows, but Kell Brook fought a lot of fighters that had losing records early in his career. So they groomed him a lot. He waited. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna give you an exact number because I don't know the facts. But he waited way longer than what Errol Spence is to step up in class. Errol Spence is on a fast track. He fought some lesser competition in his first couple of few fights. Then he immediately started moving to fighters who did not have losing records, especially. Also, he fought undefeated fighters. He's fought guys who could have gave him a challenge, but unfortunately, he's passed all tests up to this point. So this is the next test. This is so now we're stepping up because Kell Brook is a step up. He's a veteran. He's a champion. So he is a step up for Errol Spence. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be the same outcome. I don't see this outcome being no different. I'm predicting a knockout. I'm not predicting it as fast as everybody else is predicting it. I'm going to predict a knockout by 10th round. 10th round stoppage. It's not going to go. I don't think his trainers, his people are as scared as they was of Gennady Golovkin because let me tell you something. The trigger that they had him for Gennady Golovkin, they were ready to throw in a towel. The referee wasn't ready to throw in a towel, but I'm talking about his corner was ready to throw in a towel as soon as they seen him in trouble. Because that guy, and they saying he was in the fight. He was in the fight early. When they stopped the fight, he was not in that fight. He was getting his ass tagged. He was stunned. And that's the thing about Kell Brook. When he get hit with big shots, he has this look about him. I'm not saying he doesn't always go down. You know what I mean? Because I haven't seen him down, I think, once in his career. But I'm saying when he get hit, he has this deer in the head, what's going on? And it takes a little while, to actually sitting down in his corner to find himself because he get hit with some big ass shots. He got hit with big shots versus Sean Porter the same way when he was wrapping up, but also getting out of range because them motherfucking shots hurt. And it's the body language and reaction. A lot of people say when a fighter, nods their head and they laughing like, come on, that when they get hit with a big shot, they did feel a shot. Yes, they did feel a shot, but it's the way that you react to the shot. Anytime I've seen Kell Brook take a big punch, it's the way he reacts. He like, ooh, like, shit, I got hit with something now. I don't want to get hit with it again. And he started retreating. He gets on his bicycle, he grabs, he holds. Smart veteran move. But at the end of the day, understand that Errol Spence is coming with that shit. So he might be getting hit with a lot of that. And his reaction, I don't think his reaction is going to change. He's going to have that same fucking reaction every single time. And you're not going to be able to last the whole fight. I don't care if it's in front of your countryman. Even if you tell your corner you rather die than them throw the towel in. At the end of the day, he's going to be getting his ass whooped during this fight. And pretty much nobody is going to be able to save this guy. At the end of the day, they have to fight. Now is a little too late. The skill level of Errol Spence, I feel like, is going to overwhelm Kell Brook, even in his own country. Let's say the fight goes the distance. I have Earl winning so big there's no way they can screw him. They may screw him on the numbers and say that it was closer than what it is, but I guarantee you they can't screw him on the win. Everybody's gonna see it. You know what I mean? This is gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be, like I said, a one-sided fight. Um, I don't think it's gonna be extremely competitive past 5 rounds. Past 5 rounds, the younger, stronger guy is gonna wear him out, and because he's not sound technically. He's a man. I'm talking about this guy, Kell Brook, is very slower on his feet. Um, but he retreats slow. He's flat-footed like he get caught flat-footed a lot of times when he retreating, sticking his arms out. I'm just trying to think of a lot of things I've seen since I've been seeing him fight that he does wrong. And I've heard Errol Spence trainer say it's a lot of stuff he does wrong. And it is. He pulls back with his hands up, his hands up in a defense mode. And that's a natural body reaction when you've gotten punched hard. Man, it's wrong. In boxing, it's wrong. You a prize fighter. You have to protect yourself at all times. This guy tries to, you know what I mean? It's like a survival mode technique that he pushes his arms out and he gets that deer in the head like, look. And this fight won't go the distance. This fight is it's Earl's for the taking. I don't see it being competitive. I could be wrong. At the end of the day, we all could be wrong because at the end of the day, they still have to fight. The injuries could happen during the fight. Anything possible could happen during the fight. But on a good day, skill set for skill set, I'm giving this fight to Errol Spence hands down. There's no question about it. He's a special type of talent, and I don't see it. I haven't seen it in anybody else in the welterweight division. Maybe at 140, Terrence Crawford is a very skilled fighter. I don't think he carries the power to come up at 147 and challenge a lot of these guys. But when you see some special talent, I don't see it at no other level. No other level in boxing. I like Lomachenko. He's a special type of talent as well, but I think that he can be defeated. I'm looking at Errol Spence like who can beat him as he's growing into his prime. Look out! I'm talking about look out. We're gonna have to look for them grooming somebody else to beat him, but it's gonna have to be a sound technical type fighter, a defensive type fighter, somebody who can get out of range, stay away from power, and outbox him. But I've seen him take big hits too, and that's the thing. Somebody said, "Well, Earl Spence don't take big punches." I've seen him take some big punches, and when the way he reacts when he takes his big punches, he nods his head and he continues onto his game plan. It didn't phase him. He's not like a American glass jaw guy, so y'all think he haven't taken big punches. He's been in fights. He's been in 21 or so fights. He's taken punches. Somebody has hit him hard. Nothing happened. He's walked through a lot of shots. And you can't tell me in 21 professional fights, no matter who he's fought, nobody was a big puncher. Bullshit. People are big punchers. But it's the way that he's responded when he has been hit. Look at the Bundu fight, and they say Bundu, as awkward as Bundu was, he gave Earl Spence a lot of problems early, and with a lot of movement and in and out of range and too close, you know what I mean, for Earl to get off the way he wanted to. But he outlasted that. He didn't walk away all bruised up the way that Keith Thurman got bruised up and got banged up by Bundu. In that fight, Bundu versus Keith Thurman, it was a one-sided fight. Keith Thurman won nearly all the rounds, but it's the way that they fought that like opponent. Keith Thurman actually In the fight, Keith Thurman was being tested defensively. His defense was being tested by Bundu. Bundu landed a lot of shots. He got very awkward. He caught Keith Thurman moving around. He gave him different angles. It was nothing like that with Errol Spence. Granted, Bundu was a couple years older. Maybe he couldn't give him the same type of looks, but just from the eye test, them same like opponents, Errol Spence hands down passed the test with flying colors, and Keith Thurman had a little struggle in the fight versus Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia, the last fight. 'Cause I got so many thoughts going through my head. I have so many fights that I've seen. Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia actually did not do enough. Keith Thurman got on his bicycle. He moved a lot. He had great movement and got a lot of punches off. And Keith Thurman was able to avoid a lot of stuff. Danny looked very slow and frustrated a large portion of the fight. And I thought that you could not rule that fight any other way besides Keith Thurman. In a fight with Errol Spence, he would have so much more difficulty. You're not gonna be able to. Earl Spence cuts off the ring very well. He has very good movement. He's very balanced. He doesn't waste punches. I hear people say that a lot, and to piggyback off him, he don't waste punches. When he throws, they land. He's a very accurate fighter. He waits until he's able to land those good punches, and when he's in range, and he's out of range, that's technically sound. When you get in range and when somebody's ready to retaliate or to counter you, you're out of range. That is great technical skills. My man, he does that. You know what I mean? I can't rave enough about Earl Smith because of the simple fact that he does the little things that you train in the gym and you hope your fighter would learn, and your fighter doesn't learn. You so frustrated. He doesn't make you frustrated. He does that stuff that you want your fighter to do. Explain to me what other fighter that you see that is doing all the sound technical stuff. It's like he's doing robot stuff without the actual movement of a robot. He's not very tight. He's pretty loose when he's doing it. So man, I could rave on this fight over and over. But hands down, I'm thinking Earl Spence take this by decision, by victory. I'm sorry, by TKO, 10th round. Or better. I could be wrong. It could be better than 10th round. But in any case, if it does go a distance, I still have Errol Spence unanimous decision. It could be a split decision or a lot closer on the scorecards, only because they're fighting over in England, in the UK. But other than that, y'all know I'm taking Errol Spence. The eye test never lied to me in life. I have a great eye for talent. No matter what the sport is, you can very much see when talent is, way on a higher level. It's levels to everything. And some people are just on different levels. And I put Errol Spence on one of those pedestals and put him on a different level than what Kell Brook is, even though he's a champion. I just think that Errol Spence will be a better champion. And I look for him to have a big year. I don't think that he's going to get that. Just say, for instance, say Errol Spence go in there and he beats Kell Brook. I don't think he's getting that Keith Thurman fight this year. I said it all along. I said it last year. Everybody was asking about Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. 2018. They're both Al Heyman fighters, and Al Heyman has to he has to get his money's worth of his fighters. And I don't think that they need a clash right now because that's two of his top fighters. And I think this would be too soon. It would be great. I would love to have that fight in 2017. If it does, I'll be shocked and I'll be wrong. I'll be the first one to tell y'all that I'm wrong and saying that Al Heyman would have his fighters fight so close. So soon. But I think 2018 because there's other matchups that can be made. There's other matchups that can be won by both fighters, and I think a big fight. And I've heard Errol Spence say he wants that fight. Will be Errol Spence after he wins the championship, of course, and there's predicting that he win the championship. Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. I don't think Pacquiao's camp would allow that fight. Boy, that would be a bigger, better fight than I think that would be a great fight because it would be undeniably if Errol Spence could beat Pacquiao, it undeniably would make him a household name, nationwide, worldwide. Um, it will put him on a map and where he would be, and that's the last top fighter, pay-per-view fighter that's fighting at the moment. It would pass that torch correctly. Just the same as when Floyd Mayweather fought Oscar De La Hoya to get past the torch as the pay-per-view king. And it's not so much to say because I love the movement of free TV. It's not so much to say that they should be fighting on pay-per-view. It's just to say to give him that boxing fan audience that everyday the so-called fly-by-night fans, the fans that aren't just true boxing fans, but that he can pick up a lot of people who expose himself to a larger audience because that would be a huge mega fight. It'd be great for Pacquiao as well, financially wise. He'd be the A-side fighter, make a lot of money off the fight, and he could retire after that. But it'd be great for boxing from the standpoint of passing that torch to a great fighter, and I would like that fight more so 2017 versus Earl Spence versus Pacquiao. Before I would, and that's great for both camps because it's a going away. It's passing the torch for Pacquiao, and it's putting myself on a pedestal on a scene for Earl Spence. I think that would be the better fight than Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence. Save that fight. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, that fight needs to be saved. Errol Spence versus I've heard this come up before. Errol Spence versus Omaha Kid, Omaha. His name is just. Did I say his name already? It's late at night. It's kind of getting away from me. But the Omaha Kid. I'm seeing his face. In any case, Errol Spence should fight Pacquiao first, Keith Thurman, and then I don't know. I'm losing it that quick. Terrence Crawford. It shot away from me. It's late at night, but it shot right back to me. So I say he should fight Kell Brook, Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman. Late 2018, maybe 2019. Terrence Crawford as he moves up in weight. Boy, that is great. That would be some great things happening. Which that's my wish list. That is my wish list. I saved some more of that for some other videos, but that is my wish list on what I wish the course of Errol Spence's career should be. And as you know, leading up to that fight and including the Terrence Crawford fight, I have Errol Spence winning every single last one of those fights. I think he's the best welterweight on the planet right now, hands down. It's no competition. I think it wouldn't be a easy road. I don't think none of the fights are easy. People hit back, but I think he has the tools. He has the ability, barring injury. He has the tools and ability to beat any welterweight currently ranked in the top 20. All of the welterweights. You know, maybe somebody comes on the scene within this time in 2017 or 2019 that changes my mind or said, you know, that I see that skill sets could give him problems. But right now, hands down, is Errol Spence, and I'm rocking with Team Spence right now with this fight with Kell Brook, and in the future. As again, this video's been 30 minutes, man. I'm tired. Like, comment, subscribe. This Dre Spector Boxing, man, and I like to hear whatever y'all opinions are, however y'all feel about these upcoming fights. Let me know. Shoot me a message, and I'll respond. And we can debate, but at the end of the day, I don't think nobody's gonna change my mind. But you know, more power to you.